Chapter 20 of The Bigger Picture. Meeting Jill. Life was good once again, and I was settled. My job was going well, and not too long after the move, I was promoted to the director's PA. We started to become more involved with the social side of work, and Pat and I managed to get ourselves on the committee of the social club. We picked off from where we left off at the old location and organised some wonderful events for the staff. During those years of moving and finding a new job, my spiritual side was well and truly put on hold. I missed going to the church, but I don't think you need to go to church every week to keep your faith, whatever religion you follow. Although I would say that my spirituality was not a religion, more a way of life. I've been asked many times over the years whether I believe in God. The simple answer is, I believe that something far greater than we can ever imagine exists. Some call it energy, some call it source, and some call it God. Star Wars referred to it as the Force. Personally, I don't see it as a judgy God that we must bow down to and repent as some organised religions lead us to believe. I would never knock religious faiths. It's a lifeline to many, but I don't follow any particular religion. I was born a Christian. I quite like the idea of Buddhism, but I much prefer to follow my own spiritual path and make my own mind up about it all. Nothing infuriates me more than religious people ramming their faith down my throat. There is a wonderful quote attributed to Dame Maggie Smith that always makes me laugh. My dear, religion is like a penis. It's perfectly fine to have it and take pride in it, but when one takes it out and waves it in front of my face, we have a problem. I love that quote. But at this point in my life, the universe had conspired to get me to the place where I needed to be, and with the people I needed to be with. And they weren't finished with me yet. Of course, at the time, I didn't give it all much thought. I was too busy just getting on with life. It's only with hindsight that you can see how everything clicks into place. Life was good, and once again, I had no reason to think it would change. But change it did. I was working with a lovely young girl, Sonia, and we really gelled from day one. She had a great sense of humour, which matched mine, and we shared an interest in a lot of similar things. Now, over the past few years, my ears had blocked several times with excess wax. Ugh. Yes, yuck. I know, but bear with me here. Often one or both ears would be so solidly blocked that I couldn't hear a thing, just a load of muffled noise. I really was in a world of my own. I'd end up at the doctor's time and time again to get them syringed. One morning, I said to Sonia that my ears were blocked and I needed to make a doctor's appointment. "Oh, don't do that," she said. "Get them candled. It's much gentler." What the hell was candling? I'd never heard of it. She went on to tell me that it's an old Indian treatment where they stick lighted candles in your ears and it clears the wax. She said it was safer than syringing, which could damage your eardrums. Blimey, who knew these things even existed? Okay, I thought, but how do I find someone to do that for me? I Googled, as you do, and there was a woman in the next village who did it. I didn't know her, but then I wouldn't know anyone I booked with. With nothing to lose, I made an appointment. I turned up at her house at the appointed time, and that was the first time I met Jill. You'll find out much more about her later, but from that first meeting, I felt I had known her forever. You know that feeling where you just know that you had met before? There was a familiarity, but in reality, we had never met. She candled my ears, and it was such a lovely experience, and she cleared the wax. By the time I left, we spent a lovely hour together, chatting about this and that, and all things holistic and spiritual too. There was a common link and the connection. I felt it was quite strong. I had no idea whether she felt the same. She's never said, but I just knew I would see her again. Jill told me much later that she had no idea how I found her, as she never advertised her treatments at all.